it says there's no downside to a side hustle. There are only benefits to building more than one income. All right? So I'm sure you agree with this, no? Na a lot of people are currently looking for a side hustle. And I want to thank you for coming into this webinar. I want to thank you and tell you that we really value your time being here. And of course, I'd like to also congratulate you. So give yourself a pat on the back, because not everyone at this time is actually open-minded to take a look at opportunities. And I'm sure you're here, especially that you are not yet a USANA associate. You want to check out USANA if this could also work for you. So congratulations for checking out. And of course, thank you. So before moving forward, I'd like to just give you a little bit of a background about myself so that you'd also know where I'm coming from. So it says in a quote, no, you don't get to choose where you come from. Tama? Di ba? Wala naman talaga tayong choice, but you can choose where you want to go. So for me, I actually grew up, I am from Iligan City. It's a small city in Mindanao. So it's called the City of Waterfalls. I grew up there. I lived there for 20 plus years of my life in a slum community. So nasa squatters community po kami sa Iligan City. And growing up, coming from a poor family, apat po kaming magkakapatid, and our parents really nag-mindset sa amin that we have to study hard, get good grades, really graduate from college and get a degree so that we could get a good job and eventually get out from the community where we come from. So that's what me and my sisters did. We all graduated college. For me, I graduated BS Psychology from MSU-IIT, and I heard and maraming nag-message sa akin, nape-pressure ako because sabi nila ang dami daw taga MSU-IIT, no, na naka-zoom in tonight. So, hello, shout out to all my fellow taga MSU-IIT. So, yun, at that picture, that's actually with my husband. He also graduated from the same university, the same year. He took up BS Statistics. And so after graduating, what we did, we went to Manila to look for a job. And for me, my first job was actually an English teacher to Korean kids. I'm sure you're familiar with ESL. So that was my dream job because I really like teaching kids. But the problem is that when it became my job, na-realize ko it's so hard. So for all of those teachers who are zooming in right now, mom, sir, I really want to say salute to all of you. Hindi talaga easy yung pagiging teacher. You have to bring your job sa bahay, and sometimes yung weekend, we use it para mag-prepare again for the next week, diba? So I quit my job as a teacher and then pursued the human resources na industry. So my first job sa human resource na industry is I was connected with Philippine Savings Bank at the head office there in Makati City. And so after that, I was connected with an international company. I became an HR recruitment executive. So how's life ba ng mga tao na nasa HR? So I know may mga there's a lot of people who zoomed in right now na nasa HR din na field. I think the best way that I can describe how it is sa HR or the life of being employed is this, no? So I think that's what my mom thinks I do. Diba? I think akala ng mama ko, nag-interview lang ako, nag-hire ako ng mga tao, and then that's what my friends think I do because I post pictures having fun with my office mates, with my boss, especially on weekend, diba? Or Fridays, and then that's what my boss thinks I do. Sure talaga ako dyan. Kasi feeling niya chill lang talaga ang buhay ko kasi binibigyan niya ako palagi ng tasks and things to do and the deadline and all. But actually, this is what we do sa HR, okay? Ang daming paperworks, ang daming trabaho, even to the point na kahit na hindi namin trabaho, ginagawa na rin namin, as in like parang general, parang lahat ginagawa namin, alright? So wag niyo ismulin yung mga human resource officers niyo sa company. Ang dami niyang deadlines, ang daming trabaho. So I think hindi lang naman sa ano namin field, I think everyone can relate, di ba? Wala namang easy na job nowadays. Lahat lahat naman talaga, di ba, mahirap. And especially at that time, as I was not from Makati, the Makati life, I can also describe it this way. No, I think my mom sees me like this, na parang nasa condo, chill, ang ganda-ganda ng nastinihan, na bahay. But in fact, I was just staying in a boarding house. 4 kami sa isang room. Imagine, 4 kami sa isang room and ang dami namin nag-share sa CR. It's really not an ideal lifestyle that you want na mag-work ka in the city. And then, how my friends see me, di ba? Makati girl. So, Makati girl, parang nagsha-shopping lang sa Glorieta, sa Greenbelt, no? Hindi nila alam, no? Kung saan ako nagsha-shopping. Sikat lang yan. And then, of course, how society sees me kasi I'm single, I'm in Makati, I'm an HR executive, so parang bongga, parang ang daming pera, di ba? But how I actually am, no, I think I could definitely say I was broke that time. Very, very broke. No, I think makaka-relate ang karamihan. At that time pa, ang worst thing pa that time, I was single. I only sent a certain amount ng money for my mom for her to have fun, parang ganon, allowance lang. And then sometimes napapalibre sa boyfriend, sa jowa, kasi my boyfriend that time was breadwinner, so wala siyang pang-date. So ako yung nagpapadate, o diba ganon. So, mahirap staying in Makati, especially if taga-probinsya ka, the adjustment, the lifestyle, I really feel like it's not for me. And alam naman natin lahat pag nag-work tayo as empleyado, di ba, may mga goals talaga tayo. And what are those goals? Siguro ang pinaka-specific lang na goal that I want to share to you tonight is yung goal natin na makapag-save up. Diba, sobrang importante ang makapag-save up, tama? So for me, at that time, gusto kong makapag-save up for emergency fund. Kasi iba talaga yung feeling na may sense of security ka. Diba, na pag whatever happens, may mahuhugot ka na savings. And then second is, even if I was an employee that time, I had that thinking na I want to save up because I want to invest in the future. I want to start somehow my own business, maybe, kahit hindi ko naman alam kung ano yon, but I just really want to save up for that. And you know what, guys, admit it, tayo naman lahat, di ba, we have that inner desire to become entrepreneurs, tama? If napapansin mo yung mga OFW, yung mga seamen, di ba yung goal naman nila talaga is not to work as OFW forever. Yung iba nga yung seaman, di ba, gusto nilang sumampas sa barko for first 5 years or 8 years, no? Yung mga OFW, first 3 years to 5 years lang daw talaga kasi they wanted to save up money. Kasi para they can build or run their own business here in the Philippines. Kaso, ang nangyayari, sobrang hirap mag-save, tama? Diba? If may mga OFWs dyan, diba? Sobrang hirap. Kaya, instead of 5 years, instead of 8 years, napapa 20 to 30 years tayo kasi sobrang hirap mag-save. And even sa mga employed like teachers, ang goals nila, diba, ang goal nila is when they retire, they receive that certain amount of money and then eventually put up their own businesses as well. So yun talaga. Kaso lang, alam mo yung expectation versus reality, nung kaka-graduate mo lang, you know, you get happy kasi you get to have your own job, your own money, you can spend it, you can save it, but then reality kicks in. Ang sobrang hirap mag-save, di ba? And you know what, that time I realized this, no? A single source of income is never enough. Hindi talaga siya enough. Like what I said kanina, single pa ako noon, di ba? Tapos single pa yung income. How much more yung mga family talaga. Napapansin natin, di ba, ang mga families ngayon, both parents, mom and dad talaga nag-work na because hindi na talaga kayang isa lang talaga, single source of income. So yun yung na-realize ko. And I had options. I thought about options of doing something else. So ito yung option ko. I thought about online teaching. So ano yung online teaching, ESL maybe, teaching online, pero kaso lang that time I was staying in a boarding house, it's so impossible for me to do that kasi yung environment, yung internet connection, so sobrang impossible. So I was also thinking of business. Kaso lang, what business? Kasi at that time, wala akong experience at all. Sobrang walang experience. I don't even have experience in selling, in whatever. So, yung business pa na gusto ko, dapat low capital kasi wala naman akong savings. Less skills kasi wala nga akong talaga idea about business. Gusto kong part-time kasi I was so busy with my job. I want fast return of investment kasi di ba ayaw nating matenga yung pera. Ayoko ng risk. Tapos yung product, yung problema, anong product ang ibebenta ko? So I really prayed about this because I wanted to go back to Iligan City and I know that time na hindi pwedeng work, hindi pwedeng employed ako sa Iligan kasi alam natin yung salary rate doon, hindi talaga din pwede. So sabi ko, what can I do? So I prayed to God for an opportunity and really God answers prayers. And this is the answer of my prayers by this person at the center. He is Sir Prince Villegas. He was my husband's boss at that time. He's actually a magna cum laude. He graduated magna cum laude, applied math, and guess what? He's one of those awardee, yung president talagang mag-award, most outstanding student in the Philippines. Ganon yung level niya, kaya bank manager agad. So ang tindi ng background niya, I was thinking, why is he still doing something part-time or side hustle? Parang ang weird. And so they were trying to invite me, but then when I heard about Yusana, yun, naging allergic ako because I'm so negative about, alam mo yung network marketing, yung recruitment. I thought it's another fly-by-night company. At alam ko, feel ko na parang babagsakan naman ako na ng idea na pag hindi ka nag-join, mamamatay kang dukha. Alam mo yung ganon? So I was so negative, but then they were very persistent and I was able to really sit down and listen to the whole presentation. And you know what? During the presentation, ang daming na-check sa gusto kong ideal ko talaga na business. Diba? I shared a while ago yung what I want in a business. And while I was listening to the company, the products, the business of Yusana, na-check agad. So I'm sure a lot of you out there who are not yet Yusana associates, diba? You think about the people na possible mong ma-share yung Yusana and then na-check yung mga questions mo. And these are the things that I realized and made me fall in love with Yusana and made me say yes and made me join eventually in this business. So first is that low capital. Sobrang low capital, guys. You know what? When we think about 30,000 or 50,000 as capital in the business, sobrang liit po nun. And I'm sure if you're currently employed right now, somehow at one point in your life, dumaan po yung 30,000 and 50,000 sa mga kamay natin. Pero anong nangyari? Diba, siguro, we just spent it kasi ito yung experience ko noon eh. I just spent it sa travel, I just spent it sa cellphone, diba? Ang cellphone ngayon, magkano na ba? Ang phone ko yata, itong 11 Pro is 78,000, diba? It's just one phone and then after 2 years, wala na, diba? So, yun yung naisip ko, sobrang kaya magpalabas ng pera when it comes to Yusana kasi 30 to 50,000, that's just really very minimal as a capital. And then less skills kasi when you join Yusana, hindi ka naman hihingan, di ba, ng dapat may degree ka, dapat may experience ka sa sales, dapat medical field ka, wala namang ganon. So anyone can start as long as you're 18 years old and above. And then part-time, the beauty and the magic of part-time, di ba? So kasi at that time, hindi ko talaga kayang gumawa ng negosyo na full-time. I was so busy, in ko 8 p.m., out ko 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Ang daming trabaho, so I really want something part-time. And for Yusana, this business, this is best done part-time sa start, alright? And then fast return of investment. Alam nyo, when I joined, I got the 3 business centers. So yung pinakamalaki, yung 50,000, yun yung kinuha ko. And what I did, na-dispose ko siya in a span of 2 months. So sobrang bilis ng return ng pera sa akin. So parang sa akin, etong zero talaga na risk is also very crucial. Kasi nakita ko siya na walang risk. Why? So for you to become an associate, no, for you to be able to to do the business, all you need to do is to purchase a certain number of products at members price na. So ang naisip ko, the worst thing that can happen to me is if hindi ko mabenta yung mga products, lalaklakin ko siya in a span of 1 year to 2 years, I'm good to go. Tama? So sinabi ko, kayang-kayang gawin. Wala namang risk, wala namang mawawala sa akin because I have the products. And then when it comes to the product, I even fell in love more and more sa Yusana. Why? Imagine this, guys. Our product is the only product and the first time in Philippine history that has been approved with therapeutic claims. So you know what went on my mind? I said, I have friends who don't use supplements. What I'm going to do is educate them na gumamit sila ng supplement and gamitin nila is Usana. I also know some people na nagsusupplement, but then what I'm going to do is educate them how amazing Usana is and let them change brand. So it's just really that, easy. You're just going to market the product, share it to your friends and loved ones. And that's why I said definitely yes to Usana. And the rest is history, okay? Pero I'd like to share two things also tonight na I realized as I did the business that somehow sana maka-encourage din sa'yo when making a decision in terms of joining Usana. First is that the truth is Usana is not perfect. Opo, no one is perfect, di ba? Pero Usana is not perfect, but it's a lot better than other opportunities out there for me personally. All right? Why can I say this? Imagine this, if I'm going to compare Usana to employment, which was my option that time, I'm talking about myself, ha? My option that time was employment, traditional business, or Usana. And so I made a comparison, and this is it. So if you're going to take a look at this, when we talk about hard work, alam naman natin, sobrang hard work din ng Usana. I really won't tell you it's easy. It's hard work. Now, when we talk about traditional business, like, putting up your own shop, your own restaurant, I was there. I was able to put up my own food shop before, and it was really, really hard, super hard. And employment, I think the pinaka less hard short term is in employment kasi all you need to do naman, di ba, is wake up early, time in sa office, and then you have a set of things to do, and then after 5 p.m., uwi ka na, di ba? It's easier. Kaso lang, in the long run, you would have to be working 20, 30, 40 years of your life before you retire. So it's a lot harder. So medyo equal sila. Usana, traditional business, employment, very hard. Now, in terms of exponential growth, what I'm talking about here is that, alam mo yung the time period na makukuha mo yung goals mo, di ba gusto naman natin yung financial goals natin, yung results natin, gusto nating makuha in a shorter period of time. And nakita ko talaga to sa Usana. Give it 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, pwede talagang makuha yung gusto mong results as long as you also put in the hard work. When it comes to traditional business, I'm so sorry I have to put X on that because maybe due to my experience and also to with regards to my friends' experience at traditional business, it would take you 4, 3, 5, 10 years para mag-return of investment and para talaga bumulusok yung negosyo. And when we talk about yung gusto ng mga Pinoy, yung mga apartment, ganon, sobrang din niya, ang tagal ng ROI, tama? It would take you decades for that para maging para makuha mo yung ROI and mag-grow talaga yung income mo in that area. And of course, employment, exponential growth is so impossible kasi diba, even yung increase ng income natin, yung promotion, it would take us 10 years. It would ask from us mga 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or even 20 years for you to get to that income level that you want. And then passive income. What is passive income? Passive income is that time where you get to work a little bit, but your income still comes in. It still flows. Even if lesser work na lang ang ibibigay mo sa negosyo mo. So, eto yung nakita ko, Usana, sobrang passive income, pwede. Traditional business, in the long run, pwede. But employment, it's so hard to get passive income. I think it's impossible. So this is my point here. While, comparing all of these things, Usana is not perfect. Traditional business employment is not perfect. Yes, they're all not perfect, but Usana is a lot better. And I hope you get encouraged with that idea. Second idea is this. Usana is hard. Sobrang hirap. Just like any other opportunity out there, it's sobrang hard, but it's doable. So what am I trying to say here, doable? It's very much doable kasi when I started, eto yung mga idea ko, parang ang hirap ng Usana kasi number 1, I'm so busy. I'm so busy with work, wala akong time. Number 2, hindi ko to linya. I can't even imagine myself, selling because hindi ko talaga siya linya, wala akong medical background, I don't know anything about health products, hindi ko siya linya. Number 3, wala akong masyadong kilala. So you know what? I tell you, I want to show you some people that could really say na it's not true. Usana is very much doable despite of all the circumstances that you are in right now. Number one, no time. I think time management is the key. Please take a look at the slide. That's actually Dr. Mirna Lopez. She's one of the most sought after pediatrician here in Cebu City, and she's also a mom to 6 kids. So imagine this, she's a pediatrician, but she is a gold director here in USANA. She was able to earn 200,000 in 1 month. Imagine that. Not only a pediatrician, but also attorney Noel Castillo. She is a court attorney for the Supreme Court of the Philippines, and she's also a mom. So she's also a gold director here in USANA. Imagine how busy their lives are. So kung busy ka, mas busy po sila, but they still have time to do USANA business and not just do it, but really excel, because right now they are gold directors in this business. Second, di ko to linya. You know what they say? You have to aral it. O, diba? Aralin is the key. Kailangan na talagang pag-aralan, di ba? I don't believe in that kasi, di ba, parang unfair naman. So if you are an OFW ngayon, huwag mo naman sabihin na pinanganak ka tapos tinatakan ka ni Lord na, oh, ikaw, linya mo maging OFW. O ikaw, linya mo maging a call center agent. O ikaw, linya mo maging teacher. So I believe naging linya natin yan because we chose to really learn that field or that industry. Take a look at Engineer John Bais. He is right now a $1 million club member of USANA. Walang background sa sales, walang background sa medical field. Take a look at Miss Michi Sandig. She's an Emerald Director and Executive Emerald Director, a CPA, very busy. Ang dami niyang clients before. And name it, she was connected with Punong Bayan, and she's a very busy CPA, no, na accountant. But then, right now, she's an executive Emerald Director and a part of the top income earners of the Philippines. So I think hindi talaga siya linya-linya, right? Inaral talaga nila. Next, wala ako masyadong kilala. I'm the shy type. So siguro sa part ko noon, wala ako masyadong influence kasi I grew up in the slum community. So wala ako masyadong kakilala na may 30,000, may 50,000, di ba? And I only have a few office mates sa pag-work ko sa Makati. So parang wala akong contacts masyado. But you know what? Take a look at Sir Clark de Guzman. He's also a CPA, very shy type, very introvert. Why can I say that? I met him 8 years ago. I talked to him and sinabi ko talaga, hala, grabe tong taong to, hindi kanya kakausapin kung hindi mo siya kakausapin. Alam mo yun, sobrang tahimik niya at kung nag-share siya ng story niya, sobrang timid. Alam mo yun? And you know what? He is right now the youngest $1 million club member of USANA Philippines. So grabe, no? And then of course, take a look at Sir Chris Sardido. Kung feeling mo hindi mo kayang gawin, you know what? He's parang slap in the face talaga siya palagi sa akin. PWD po siya. He's from Argao, Cebu. Sobrang ano po talaga, masasabi ko na parang hindi siya masyadong well-educated kasi when you listen to him speak, sobrang ano talaga, sobrang humble, sobrang normal na tao. And masasabi kong kung kinaya niya, how much more ako? Diba? How much more tayo? So, sobrang na-realize ko na all of these things pala, pwede talagang gawa ng paraan if gugustuhin. And of course, the next example is me. When I joined USANA, I had no time. I was very busy with my job. Hindi ko siya linya. Ang USANA, wala akong kakilala masyado, walang pera. Kaya po ako nag-USANA. So I joined USANA and officially started doing the business January 2012. That's 8 years ago. And I'd like to share a little bit of story kung paano change yung buhay ko ng USANA, and I'm going to talk about what I told you na exponential growth. So in my first 5 years in USANA, sobrang dami naming na experience and sobrang na-change talaga yung buhay namin somehow. In the year 2012, we joined USANA. In the year 2013, we were able to get that dream wedding. Initial plan talaga namin is yung pastor lang, parang civil wedding type lang. Pero because we have the tool, we already have that business, we were able to really push with our dream wedding at that time. And then after a year, our honeymoon, we have we had that during that incentive travel na binigay ng USANA. It's a Royal Caribbean Cruise. So nag-cruise po kami from China to Korea. And also the same year, after doing the business for 2 years, we were able to get our first car, which is a Mitsubishi Montero. And it really helped our family and mobilize our business. And then the third year, we were able to have a travel incentive, all expense paid trip by USANA sa Maldives. So guys, you know what? Maldives is a paradise. It's true. It's really a paradise. And I highly suggest dapat nakalagay yan sa dream board, all right? And then 2016, we went to Australia. It's another incentive from USANA. It's Cairns, Australia. We stayed there for 23 years, traveled all around Melbourne, Sydney, Tasmania, and I even jumped. I did my first sky diving in Australia. And the following year, we went to Dubai, all right? So it's really a wonderful experience to be able to travel for free and really experience it with my husband as well. And another thing that I really love about ano yung nabigay ng USANA sa akin is this. Sabi nga nila, 'di ba, lahat naman talaga ng tao gusto talaga mag-give back sa pamilya natin. We really want to help. Innate po sa atin na gustong tumulong sa mga tao. Kaso lang, sabi nga dito, giving back is the new luxury. Kasi sometimes, sabi nga nila, you cannot give what you don't have. So if tayo mismo struggle financially, medyo mahirap din, di ba, to reach out to other people and to give back. So eto nga yung na binigay ng USANA sa amin, it's not just the trip that we had with our parents abroad, but it's us being able to also help build them a house, a decent house for them to live, and being able to send a few relatives and brothers to school, and being able to give back to the community. So sabi ko talaga, it's one of the luxury na nabigay sa akin ng USANA to be able to give back and help other people. And also this one, no, this is actually my team. It says here that, sabi nga ni Brian Williams, you may find that making a difference for others makes the biggest difference in you. So I think I'm very grateful to USANA because it has given me the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of people, not only in terms of health, but also in terms of finances. So alam mo yung business na makakapagbigay sa'yo ng sense of fulfillment? Kasi ang daming businesses out there, pero ang USANA, what sets it apart is that you are building your business, you are growing your income, your lifestyle changes, but you also get a chance to help people change their lives as well. So praise God indeed for USANA. And of course, the one thing that I'm also very thankful to God about is this. No, alam naman natin that the quality of life we all want is being able to have the time to be with the people we love and to do the things that we love. Tama? So alam niyo po ba, I want to tell you, I think what I earned here in USANA is not money. Again po, yung nakuha ko po sa USANA, hindi po pera, hindi po income. I didn't earn money. But I believe what I earned, it's actually time. It's really time. You know what? If you're currently listening right now and you are single, medyo hindi mo pa nafe-feel ang importance sa time. But when you get to build your own family, you have a child, sobrang nagiging importante ang time, ang oras. And I'm sure a lot of you listening right now, you are married, you have kids. I'm sure you know what I mean. And for me, from nabuntis ako and everything, no, andun talaga yung husband ko. Even now, I get to choose. I have a choice. I have options when it comes to my schedule. I get to spend time with my baby. I get to experience all the milestones, no, na napagdaanan niya. And you know what? Being able to do the things that I also love. I love reaching out to other people in terms of discipleship groups. No, so I also have discipleship groups right now. I do things that I love right now, and praise God because it takes time to do the things that you love. And that is something na binigay ng Yusana talaga sa akin. And I really praise God for that. And also, during this pandemic season, alam natin na ang daming part ng life natin that is actually affected. Yung way of living natin, ang work natin, I'm sure ang daming affected ngayon. You're currently working from home. Maybe you just work right now 3 times a week instead of 7 days or instead of 5 days a week. Yung income nyo nabawasan, yung business nyo is going down or it's less yung income. And you know what, guys? Here in Cebu City, it was mentioned may isang businessman na 3,000 yung employees niya. And guess what? In a span of 1 month, during this pandemic season, from 3,000, naging 300 na lang ang employees niya. Sabi niya talaga, hindi na niya kayang sweldoan ang 3,000 na employees. So imagine that a lot of people lost their jobs. Education, di ba? Ang hirap na ng system of education right now. Leisure, we can travel. Plans, we cannot plan ahead. Why? That these times are so uncertain, tama? You can plan ahead. Kung magta-travel ka, even here in Cebu, hindi man lang makavisit yung family namin dito, yung sister ko, yung mga nephew and nieces ko. Sobrang hirap mag-plan ahead, tama? And our relationships, maybe it grew closer, pero ang hirap kasi we don't get to see each other. Now, during this time, specifically when it comes to our source of income, it's very important for us to be wise at this season. Kasi sabi nga nila, malala ang situation ngayon, it will get worse in the long run. It will really get worse in the long run. So we have to be very prepared and we have to be wise in terms of investment, especially not only sa income natin, sa money, but in terms of our time. So are we very productive? Are we really earning, tama? And when it comes to Yusana, alam naman natin that nowadays, everything is now online. And I just want to inform everyone na hindi pa masyadong aware, we have what we call industries na potential losers, and we also have industries that we call potential winners. So alam naman natin, potential losers right now, tourism and leisure, education, di ba, financial services, manufacturing, construction, automotive, yun po yung mga potential losers right now. Potential winners, ano po yun ng mga industry? That's actually medical, food processing, health, care, and personal and healthcare, agriculture, e-commerce. And guess what? Why do I want to encourage you to join Yusana and to do this? Number 1, it's e-commerce. I have been operating my business 100% online since the pandemic has started. Second, health and wellness. Our products are so much in need right now. This is the perfect time to join Yusana. Why? You know what? Why? Because number 1, your friends right now need our products. Number 2, your friends right now need what? In terms of finances, they need extra income. And we can provide those solutions to them. So I believe this is the right time to do Yusana, right? And I'd like to share to you, to encourage you to be in the winning side. Sabi nila yung Yusana is pandemic proof. And I'd like to share this to you, not to brag, of course, not to brag. Number 2, I'm not sharing this to you to give you a guarantee na ito din yung mai-income nyo. Of course not. This takes a lot of time and hard work to build the business. But I just want to tell you that this is the potential of your business if you're going to do this. Imagine this is the latest. I'm not sure what date is karot ngayon. Okay, 2 weeks na pala. So this is June 19 to July 10 na income namin. So that's 522,000. So alam nyo po, maliit lang po ito na income. When it comes to other top income earners in the Philippines and in our team, maliit lang po ito na income in a month. But you know what I really appreciate? I have that income while staying inside my home. Ang kailangan lang, internet connection, my laptop, and of course, aircon kasi sobrang init ng panahon ngayon. And imagine that, super konti lang ng overhead expense ng business ko, but the potential income is so big, right? And I hope you get encouraged by this. And sabi nga, in any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The worst thing you can do is nothing. And I hope as this Zoom comes to an end, this webinar comes to an end, I hope you really do make a decision. And before I end, I just want to share to you know, it all started with a decision to join USANA and a commitment to work it out and the help of our team. Our team is Next Gen International. We are a group of professionals who are able to create a system that what you're going to do is plug into the system and for sure, kung ano man yung resulta na kuha namin, kaya mo din siyang gawin. Kaya mo din siyang kunin. You're not going to do this business alone. You are going to do this business with a team and with the support of the person who invited you and with the support of us, your leaders. And some action steps before I end my talk. After this webinar, I would like to suggest and encourage you all, especially those who are not yet associates of USANA. Number one, talk to the person who invited you. Number two, choose. May pera ka man ngayon o wala, please decide now what you want. Do you want the 1 business center or the 3 business center? Number 3, choose the products you want. Is it going to be all essentials or do you want to customize it? Again, payment option. You choose credit card or cash. And I hope, eto yung sinasabi ng husband ko palagi, please don't allow money to decide for you. To give you a tip, nung nag-join po ako, wala po akong pera, wala akong cash, wala po akong credit card. Ang ginawa ko po, nanghiram po ako ng credit card sa friend ko. Yun. Okay? Ginawan lang po talaga ng paraan. So, I hope after this webinar, you create your game plan with the person who invited you, and then please attend more online events organized by our team, all right? So that you get to see the bigger picture of Isana, and you also get to see the culture of our team, all right? Our team Next Gen International. And so